When people hear the name Warren Buffett, they often picture a financial genius who cracked the code of the stock market. But here's a surprising fact: Warren Buffett made 99% of his wealth after the age of 50. This isn't just a quirky statistic, it's a clue to the real secret behind his success. Today we'll uncover what truly set Buffett apart, and why his story is more about patience than picking the perfect stock. Let's start at the beginning and see how time became his greatest ally. Buffett's journey began remarkably early. As a child, he was already fascinated by numbers and business. He bought his first stock at just 11 years old. While most kids were playing outside, Buffett was reading financial reports and learning how markets worked. This early start gave him a huge advantage, but it wasn't just about being young and smart. It was about giving his investments as much time as possible to grow. The seeds he planted as a child would eventually become the foundation of his fortune. What really made Buffett's wealth explode wasn't just his investment choices, it was the power of compounding. Compounding is when your money earns returns, and then those returns start earning returns too. Over time, this snowball effect can turn even small investments into massive sums. Buffett understood this better than almost anyone. He didn't rush or chase quick wins. Instead, he let time and compounding do the heavy lifting, allowing his wealth to grow exponentially as the years went by. Many people believe that building great wealth is about luck or making bold moves at just the right moment. Buffett's story proves otherwise. His real advantage wasn't luck, it was patience. He stayed invested for decades, rarely selling, and allowed his money to work for him. This approach may sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. By resisting the urge to act on every market swing, Buffett let the magic of compounding unfold over time, turning patience into his greatest financial weapon. Buffett's first investments weren't glamorous. He bought shares in small companies and even invested in a pinball machine business as a teenager. These early ventures didn't make him rich overnight, but they taught him valuable lessons about risk, reward, and the importance of starting early. Each small win added up, and more importantly, each dollar invested had decades to grow. Buffett's story shows that you don't need a huge starting sum, just time and consistency. Imagine rolling a small snowball down a hill. At first it grows slowly, but as it picks up more snow, it gets bigger and faster. This is exactly how Buffett's wealth grew. For decades, his fortune increased gradually, but after age 50, the compounding effect kicked into high gear. The returns on his investments started generating their own returns, and his net worth soared. The lesson: the longer you let your investments grow, the more powerful compounding becomes. Most people never experience the full power of compounding because they start late or give up too soon. They get impatient, chase quick profits, or panic during market downturns. Buffett's approach was the opposite. He stayed the course even when things looked uncertain. By focusing on the long term and ignoring short-term noise, he allowed his investments to reach their full potential. This discipline is what separates successful investors from the rest. Buffett's investment strategy isn't complicated. He buys quality companies, holds them for the long term, and lets compounding work its magic. He avoids risky bets and doesn't try to time the market. This simple, steady approach has proven far more effective than chasing trends or trying to outsmart everyone else. Buffett's success shows that you don't need to be a genius to build wealth, you just need a plan and the patience to stick with it. Consistency is another key part of Buffett's story. He didn't make huge, risky moves. Instead, he invested regularly and stuck to his principles year after year. This steady approach allowed his investments to grow without interruption. Even when markets were volatile, Buffett kept his cool and stayed on course. Over time, this consistency paid off, proving that slow and steady really does win the race when it comes to building wealth. Buffett didn't get everything right. He made mistakes along the way, but he learned from them and adjusted his approach. Instead of getting discouraged, he used setbacks as opportunities to improve. This willingness to learn and adapt is a big reason for his long-term success. It's a reminder that building wealth isn't about being perfect, it's about staying committed and learning as you go. Time is the most powerful tool in investing, and Buffett's life is proof. The longer your money stays invested, the more it can grow. Buffett's wealth didn't come from quick wins or lucky breaks, it came from decades of letting compounding work. This is why starting early and staying invested is so important. Even small amounts can become significant over time if you give them the chance. Today, Warren Buffett is known as one of the world's richest people, but his real legacy is the lesson he leaves behind. He's shown that anyone can build wealth with patience, consistency, and a long-term mindset. You don't need to be a financial wizard, you just need to start, stay the course, and let time do the rest. Buffett's story is a powerful reminder that the greatest financial force isn't luck or genius, but the simple act of compounding over time. So how can you apply Buffett's lessons to your own life? Start investing as early as possible, even if it's just a small amount. Stay consistent, avoid chasing trends, and focus on the long term. Remember, it's not about making the perfect move, it's about giving your investments time to grow. By following these simple principles, you can harness the same financial force that made Buffett so successful. Patience isn't just a virtue, it's a financial advantage. Buffett's story shows that those who wait, who let their investments grow over decades, are the ones who see the biggest rewards. It's not always easy to be patient, especially when markets are unpredictable, but the results speak for themselves. The longer you stay invested, the more powerful compounding becomes and the greater your potential for wealth. The end: Warren Buffett's real superpower isn't stock picking or market timing, it's patience and the power of compounding. By starting early, staying consistent, and letting time work its magic, he turned modest beginnings into extraordinary wealth. His story is a blueprint for anyone who wants to build lasting financial success. Remember, the greatest financial force isn't luck, it's the patience to let compounding do its work.